Good morning, Gemini. This is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I am in Carmel, Indiana. I am a Libra, Sun, Capricorn Rising, Sagittarius Moon. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. What I normally do is let flip, fly, or fall anywhere from 5 to 7 tarot cards. Take a look at that. Are we looking at life, love, career, or health? And then clarify with various oracle decks. So let's see what's going on for the second half of September for the Geminis. Two flew out. First one is Three of Pentacles and the Death card. So ending something. I feel like in this case, Three of Pentacles to me means a partnership. And the Empress card. So I feel like at this point in time, there's some sort of partnership that you have been in. Could be a relationship, could be a work partnership, could be you're breaking up with your phone bill, or your phone carrier, you know, whatever the case is. Somebody that you have been in some sort of a working relationship is coming to an end because you're tired of being dicked around, I guess is what I want to say. I mean, the feeling that I'm getting is you have not felt that they have done you well. They have not maybe they haven't done what they said they were going to do. You guys maybe had some sort of arrangement and you feel like you have kind of given all you're going to give and they haven't been pulling their weight. And you're like, we're done here. I'm tired of being the one that's doing all the work and you're not doing your share. You told me a time and again. And this feels like you are just like, we're, done. Kicking someone to the curb. Okay, so you're kicking someone or something to the curb. Okay, so what else is going on? Okay, there's two more. Ace of Pentacles. You're ready for a new beginning. So that would be new things in material. So that could be a new job. That could be a new home, a new car. That could be it. You know, maybe your car keeps conking out on you and you're like, I'm over it. I'm buying a new car. You and I are done. Whatever the case is, you are ending a relationship with someone or something and moving into happier territory. Five of Cups, that in the upright, that would kind of be, you're looking at the negative part instead of the positive part, and you're not doing that anymore. So you finally was like going, you know what? There's more negative than there is positive, and I'm out of here. See you later, alligator. Okay, okay, yes, apparently I want. The Knight of Swords, okay, so that just to me makes me think you're like, I'm done stressing about it. I've told you a time and time again, and I'm not telling you anymore. So you're just kind of like, we're over, we're done. Let me get my emotions card. So let's see what kind of emotions are currently going on. I would assume that there is some relief, but maybe not necessarily. Let's see what's going on here. What emotions are you feeling? Unsure about the road ahead. So whatever you're leaving behind, you don't have a clear picture of the future. Maybe at this point in time, it's just like you've just made the decision. I'm done. I don't know where I'm going from here, but I am finished with whatever this was or is. And the grief in the reverse position tells me you're like, I am done grieving about it. I'm done crying about it. I'm done stressing and worrying. And you've just had it. So, woo. Discouraged in the upright. So I feel like That's one of the reasons why you are cutting ties, is because you have been feeling discouraged and you're paying attention to that inner voice of something's off, something's not right, and I've got to get out of this feeling of just like the negative energy that you've been feeling and everything. What else is going on emotionally around this situation? You know, as soon as I started to do this video, I noticed that my throat chakra was kind of like acting up. So this makes me think that if you have not spoke your truth completely about this breakup, this situation or whatever, that's one of the things that needs to happen, is there needs to be some truth told. And it may have been, it may have been that maybe if you're like me, you'll just kind of let things roll off your back until you just can't let it roll off your back anymore. And that might be a case of what has happened or what is coming. It's just like, you know what? I have kept my mouth shut long enough, and you are going to let things fly. Loving, romantic, passionate, intimate. Let me think about that. How does that... I feel like that is saying, it fell underneath the Ace of Pentacles. It feels like, so what I feel like I'm getting is like you want to get into loving whatever you're moving to. You want to get into a position of being in a relationship where you feel loving to them and they feel loving to you. Or if it's a new house or a new job or whatever, it's like, it feels like you want to get into, that's what you're looking for. You're striving for a people, place, or thing or whatever that you love, instead of just feeling like we're not a good fit. What else is going on emotionally around this situation? Afraid in the reverse position. So you are no longer afraid. And I think that's what kept you maybe bound in this partnership longer than maybe you should have stayed there, is because you were afraid of the unknown, and you were, afraid of leaving. There's that phrase, stay with the devil you know instead of the devil you don't. I feel like that was something that you kind of stuck to, is like the fear of the unknown was what kept you there longer than it should have. It's like, what if I leave here and what I get into is worse? Well, then you get out of that as soon as you can. And you know what? 3 cards just fell out, so I'm going to take them. Well, one, you want to be free. The other one is you're tired of being depressed. So this affected you like in your, your soul was depressed. And so your soul was kind of screaming at you like, get me out of this, get me out of this. Shy popped out. How does shy play into this? I think that goes back to shy about speaking your truth. Maybe that is not something that you learned from your parents. That is not, like, you've not been one of those that likes to rock the boat. So I feel like you have maybe been a little shy about speaking up and saying, this is not working for me. I don't like this, whatever. And so I feel like that's where that is. And if that resonates differently for you, take it. All right, let me think. What do I need to do next? So, let me think. Let me think here. What question can I ask about this situation that will be helpful? Hang on. Sorry. I've got several things running through my mind, and I want to use these cards, but these I'm trying to figure out what question to ask. So I feel like I want to say, what kept you there longer than you should have? What lesson was the universe wanting you to learn, and maybe you finally learned it, and that's what's making you able to move on. So what lesson kept you there longer than you should have stayed. What were you afraid of? Okay. What were you afraid of? Or what kept you, well, I started to say, what kept you there longer than you should have? The first card that popped out was complacency. I feel like that was like you got lazy and comfortable, and you just didn't want to, you were comfortable there in your unhappiness. I feel like that's what I want to say. It was like you were used to just not being happy, perhaps. Passion. That to me feels like at one time there was passion there. And I feel like you kept thinking, I can get it back. If I just try a little harder, I can get it back. I can get it back. And that might have been what kept you there in this situation longer than you should have been, is because you kept thinking you could get the passion back if you just tried hard enough. Perception. I feel like the perception is, okay, so there's a couple of things that are coming to me. Perception is nobody's happy. Nobody has everything that they want. Why should I get everything that I want? And therefore you kind of were like, I'm not any different than anybody else. Nobody else has it all. So why should I expect to have it all? And that was a perception that you had. And maybe that was one of the reasons that you stayed a little bit longer than you should have. I also feel the second part of that is you had a perception that where you were going was too fearful, and there was just a lot of fear, a big block of fear energy that stopped you from moving forward. And if you haven't done it yet, I think you're going to find that when you get through that fear, you're going to be like, oh my God, why didn't I do this sooner? You're going to be like, Brene Brown, I love Brene Brown, and she talks about being vulnerable. And I feel like this is a case of, like you walking into the unknown makes you vulnerable. And being vulnerable is one of the best ways to live a happier life, is because when you stay stuck in that fear and the old ways of thinking, you can't grow as a person. So whatever the case is, whatever happened, I feel like you finally was like you'd had enough. And you're like, I am going to step out of this complacency. I'm going to step into the fear. I'm going to know that where I'm going is going to be better than where I've been. Mysticism. I also feel like you have been seeing the signs for a while, and you've been getting the signs from the universe, and you're like, you know what? I just feel like the universe is trying to tell me something. Wisdom. This makes me think that you talked to some other people that you valued their opinion, and maybe some of those people gave you their wisdom that was what they would have done, and it didn't necessarily match with what you would have done or what was best for you. So sometimes going to other people and getting their expert opinions isn't always beneficial to you. So keep that in mind. If you are looking for people to validate what you want to do, you may not get the best advice or information because they're going to be coming from their perception, not from you. That happened when I wanted to leave real estate after I'd been in it for 10 years, and my broker said to me, well, why would you want to leave? You've got a good business going. I wanted to leave because I felt my soul wasn't happier anymore, but I ended up staying like 10 years longer than I should have. So, because someone that I respected, an older person, my broker at that time, made it sound like it was stupid that I would want something more for my life. So, I think a lot of people do that. All right, let's see. What can you look forward to when you break through this fear in this partnership? Like I said, you're either about to end the partnership or you have just ended it and you're just stepping into this new area. It depends on when you watch this. So what can you look forward to stepping into this new whatever partnership, home, blah, blah, blah. Blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process. Do not give up. Home. Ah, see, I said this could have something to do with, leaving a home and going to a new place. Home, your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change to the occupants. So maybe you kicked somebody out of your home and you're like, you need to get out of here because you are making my life miserable and we are done with this partnership. Could go that way too. What else can you look forward to now that you're ending some sort of partnership with someone? What else can you look forward to? Well, one more shuffle. If nothing flies out, I'm going to use another deck. There's one. Sensitivity. You are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environment, situations, and chemicals. I kind of feel like that's what you're moving away from. That is coming, some of the harsh stuff that you were feeling wherever you were, and you're moving away from that, and you're able to do that is because your body was becoming more sensitive. Perhaps you were starting to physically get ill in this situation, in this job, in this relationship. Your stomach was in knots all the time. You were having headaches. You were losing sleep, or whatever the case is. There was something that was going on that your body was trying to tell you, you need to get out of this situation. This is not the right place to be for you anymore. Oh God, I don't want all of those. I mean, they like literally all flew out. Yeah. Try that again. What else can you look forward to? You know what? I feel like I want to take these. What else can you look forward to after you leave this partnership, relationship, people, place, or thing? I do not know why I can't get any cards out. I can guarantee you have things to look forward to. There's one. Fairies. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. I feel like one of the things that you can look forward to is perhaps stepping into your life purpose. That's what I'm getting from that whole thing, is the life purpose. I don't know if I've ever gotten that fairy card before. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I feel like I want this one. And visualize success. See yourself doing well in this situation and have faith in a positive outcome. I was like, I guess I just had the wrong deck of cards. Anyway, I think I'm going to stop there. You guys have something big coming, some sort of change that is coming, and it'll be all right. Just get through the fear. Watch Brene Brown's TED Talk on vulnerability. It'll make you feel better. I promise. All right. I'll see you guys October 1st. Bye.